This episode is brought to you by ElevateOS, the only all-in-one community operating system. ElevateOS transforms property management, combining resident engagement, reservations, rent payments, maintenance, and concierge services into a single super app. It also uniquely integrates access control, intercoms, package lockers, and thermostats, eliminating app fatigue and redefining modern apartment living. Visit elevateos.com/MMN for a free demo and see how they can help you level up your operations. Welcome to another episode of the Multifamily Collective. Today I'm coming to you over cell service because I have an internet outage in my neighborhood, which until that happens to you, probably doesn't seem like much, but it's extremely frustrating, especially if you're a person who has a routine, a morning routine, and some of that involves writing and researching on the internet. Doing that on my cell phone it doesn't provide the same experience. So anyway, all that being said, it's interesting. I had a conversation yesterday about the agentic workforce and consumers who have agentics or an agent, co-pilot, whatever you want to call it, and how those two worlds will be serving one another in the not too distant future. And I've posted about this before, but I had another experience this morning where I was listening to a podcast, and it was about agents, whether it be from the consumer perspective or from the enterprise perspective, and what the definition of an agent is. And the definition of an agent really is just a cool marketing slick over a top, or a marketing slick atop of a LLM. So a large language model that has, and we're just calling it an agent, and how this agent taps into an LLM to provide an answer or to go out and research something. It'll be the same for the consumer. You're just going to have this LLM that's doing work for you. And what was interesting to me is this example. I'm going to draw parallels between when the car was invented. There was an intent and a purpose behind calling the engine horsepower, or labeling the engine to the car with the word horsepower, because people were used to horses prior to cars coming onto the scene. And by calling it horsepower, people could associate something that's very familiar to them with the car, making it thereby easier to get on board with a car. LLMs and AI, or artificial intelligence, is similar in the sense that we're using agent. I have an agent, whether I'm in the music world or creative world or otherwise. Maybe I have an agent who represents me. And using agent in the LLM world just makes it easier for a human to draw from something that is familiar and make adoption and adapting that much easier. It's an interesting concept that they were talking about, and then marrying that together with that whole concept of keeping the vocabulary familiar so that people would have an easier time adopting a technology. Interesting stuff.